breaker see boy. Eye Echo Bank Ada Roma and waso yasne ama ye de bro. To break us your boy, Eye Echo Bank Ada Roma and waso yasne ama ye de bro.
Obenim bosume ne de toso enum finshampinu ene aduonu ensia omanma yemamu nyina ha emmakwa abapremo atoidie na omamu nsema yaboabo no sekase no eno ena mede esomo channel 360 DSTV behye na watie ensem ne bi ewo ho enom eno achi no enmako bi ti said this way chocolate drink de ohia eye enso share afa best point savings and loans and best assurance de sika hudwa ene sika wontoto ye pa ena ye ewo ho nom eno achi no ye special ice ensuo ewo dwa so and was special drinks yen nom no ye de bi esum yahoho enmekoi adaroma ye de nsem no eba de oba beti no ebi enie omampanya be de chi akasetia eniema ye ne bonofo sem eni hoye me man homene so we senior high schools ahore wo mamu se entwa yie kra enkanka sabre ya ye di mfinhia aduosia enkron se omei na yekopiem ewo emrahebedwam so a emrahebedwam edom kuma e de ato abanim se propaganda asa atro ne no kra ya ase a odi koko nsem no eye no onyai na wonhwe se koko bo no de beko ebodada no ama koko akuafo na elembele ewo atoe mantam no emo eho na nanam hwemfo ene emabu no mo sama kasa wonsema woka nyina nse eba no eniem ebema empuntuo akonkan a omaka chi kra empanyifo entwe wanie na wohwema wo wei ane ensema horo ena mede ema wo ewo premti breka se boy emo obahima afia kire me ena me somo yentie ensem no enchemwe Ghana mampanya be de che he excellency professor Jenana Opokwajman obapa kasa na de okanse sabre a oman yese yemfa ane yemfinhia aduosia enkron a de nya yemfa ahodie no sabre we nya bra koka ne ensemone ne bonfosem eyiniti we nsuku sahuro no wakasa etia krase entwayi.
Of course, it is a pleasure to celebrate the exceptional accomplishments of our young people at today's award ceremony. I bring all of you warm greetings from His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama. And I hear the children on their submissions. Please trust that I'll carry them forward, and you know that His Excellency will respect your wishes and ensure that they are implemented. These awards, that is the President's Independence Day Awards, continue to honor students nationwide who have distinguished themselves through dedication and discipline. We have seen troubling developments, including reports of exam malpractices in some schools, vandalism, and increasing disrespect towards school authorities and rules. Only a small percentage of our youth engage in these behaviors. However, they risk undermining national progress and sending the wrong signals about the Ghana we want. In response to these concerns, the Ministry of Education, through the Ghana Education Service and key stakeholders, are working to strengthen discipline and value-based education across our schools. We will support schools in reinforcing guidance and counseling systems and ensuring that disciplinary measures remain firm, fair, and respectful of children's rights and dignity.
Greater Accra Regional Daycare Centers Association womo aye dwumadie kase bi e de amankoda bosumi a eye bosumi a ejina woma aman Ghana no wodi eshem kina e wa Blekuma West abato empesua eso
but away Blekuma West there bibia afibia woye so Blekuma West there adibia afibia woye, but this particular group enura and municipal no or no ne dear Nkwala eba be one March past near de no Greater Accra Regional Daycare Centers which falls under the social welfare and then as Wama Bishia, but near Nije won say right from an early stage to Nkwala we no what ya say ni ntia ye free be Independence Day and ni ntia ye nyina ye fa ye ho ye begu ba bia na wodi nyini, because I'm beginning with patriotism, understanding our culture, our identity, and then also learn the principles of being a Ghanaian. Well, we know, Nkwala no wo ye niama sa na ye no so yetim be fam wa na ehye won kran. Na enye se bia ma ba wodi agro keke. Ba Oman Penyinfo, Director of Education, Director of Social Welfare, MP Bensome Waha, na esa na ayen kran sha ma won. Na niana eye me ahom ema mani gene se ohwe Nkwala nkitikiti ni the way awotu wan basa na wi abo enso no won pa ba se bia wo su ana bibia eno na Ghana yen that is us. When we are resilient people, we push and make sure things are done. You know, many just said meet me by na many one organizers so regional executives so in Gomoa kakra. Yeah, interested in next year bema etimi agina IEP because schools now district and it does so now just about 17 or so schools now say you betimi asopon to one you betimi na next year yetimi aye na IFA. Tell no nti na me buy.
Carnival Park say you be celebrating Ghana's 69th Independence Day with the preschoolers. Greater Accra has say, and na nearby say you be. A female ye fire little leaders brighter future. Ye fast a film because Nanseyano ye launching ECCD policy World Trade House na eno so ye theme no fasa niama ne ho say ye be raise Nkwala no to be leaders, and also no ye be make sure say omo be kai ye independence ye de Ghana ye nyamisuro ne entity no ebe raise omo no hu the importance of independence to Ghanaians, and into na ye fasa theme no say ye be shape you to be brighter leaders in future. And dear inti you consider ye fiti ye starting at 10 o'clock. School say bar before 10 o'clock no nyina no mo tika no pisa say almost na say inti e share time is soon ye say ye be share program na say no 5 minutes to the marching time no na ye line omo up because him say ewia no ano ohye inti ye consider omo age no any ewia no and the original team no so no ye make available glucose any no man kitin in case e ko ba ne say akola bi ko ti ahwe ana say the school brina ye betimi ahwe ne ntem and na ye ne hospital na e ben Carnival Park ne so no edi nkita hodie say in case e bi sa ko si a ye betimi arashi omo dia aba ho no.
Ghana East Municipal Education Directorate no womo ahye Ghana ye Independence Day aye di ne emukena amo edwumedie kese bi e de maka eji nkoda na wo che se ye hyase e de womo fam entema dachi ankwa ma obenyini abaye empanyimpa odwen oman no eho.
We are having the kiddie march for 3 reasons. 1, we want to implant patriotism into these learners as early as possible. 2, the theme of the 6th March this year It's one of the key things that have made us to take this decision as a municipal. This 2026, we want to start exposing our little learners, basically KG 1 and 2, to their strands. One of their strands emphasizes on patriotism, trustworthy, and love for the nation. Let's put in them what we want to see in their future. We cannot be magicians as teachers. When we start it early, we let them understand the core reason why they need to be patriotic. When children are introduced into a concept early, they become so familiar with it, and teachers will become very intentional about it. So we want to just emphasize the core principle of patriotism and them as little as possible, so that when they grow up, when we call that we have independence celebration, they will understand why they should be part of it.
School for any match. But I will say, your dorsal. Yɛnti mfa nkra ne meka ho nti ene adwu sɛ ebema yɛ nkola no nkwa machi KG for no na as part of their KG development say being cocative events the values of our country to them. No, you preserve our heritage. Nti that's the reason I don't about say no we match ni a chechiro mo na dachi bi yenso yeni ho a omo hu ha obi say den ateki events are back mama bibia koso kama kama mo Ghana. And Yengole, I see hope in them. Hope is that they are future leaders. The next 69 years ago, Nam say I didn't say what I say. And Nam say ya for no name paying for no say then Eddie Mayen. Then you have preserved and then says yeah boy. It's the Mao. Not that actually you almost where they but to preserve the heritage and the values of this country. And as director of education, I'm going to make sure that I sustain it. It's the first time we are doing it. It's something that I initiated it. And we are going to even bring more. And I pray that in future, it may be the main celebration where we have our MPs and then the MCs will be around. And we see our lower primary and then the kiddies also are marching. Yes.
None what they are Mampanyidi or Maybo State of the Nation address. So now, etu dwewie e o mrashebe dwem no e na mrashebe dwafo no e kasa hoama panyina oda edom kuma no ano honorable Alexander Afenyo na eso yina ne nanso ha oda omampanya State of the Nation address ya wode ebae na enu echi no e no de subo ebo asoye hwe afisem so ene aban ne se omo boapa ene company bi aka bom no omo fa enipa wo mo nsem fata no mu ninkrata e de omawura bambo adwumako no emo eno na oswafo hwe afisem ehonsem so ese asema osahini di tu dwan emodu ensi speaker mo eche ne nkopiem ewo committee eye privileges committee enim na onya no afi ohwedin osahini se okan watwe ede asensen.
Mr. Speaker, we've had sufficient discussion on this matter, and I would want to state categorically that contrary to the impression he had, that I specifically made allegations against him which injures his reputation, Mr. Speaker, I would not do that specifically to hurt him or his ministry. And if, Mr. Speaker, the text of my concerns reflected so, it is hereby accordingly withdrawn. And, Mr. Speaker, as colleagues, when a member feels strongly about a statement which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Mr. Speaker, I proceed to do so and to assure him that concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly be brought to his attention. But on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hansard, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn. And again, apologies to him.
I am heavily hurt and heavily worried. But who am I to say that if a colleague aids using the same spots or the same microphone in the same chamber now comes back to say he has withdrawn and is apologizing. Who am I to say that I'm going to play God and I will not accept it? I accept it wholeheartedly, and I pray that this guides all of us, myself, the hardworking service commanders that I have, the hardworking staff at the ministry, for us to continue to do the right thing, and to also assure the minority leader and the minority and the whole house that if there are anything that they think needs our attention, we'll be more than happy to look at them and address them. But I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, because even if we go to privileges and a member that you are referring to privileges goes there to say that I'm sorry for what I have said, it ends the matter. So if leadership in your wisdom and in the wisdom of the minority leader apologizes and withdraws, who am I to say I will not accept? My only plea, Mr. Speaker, is that if it is possible to expound that from our records.
I would order that the referrer to the Privileges and Immunities Committee for examination, inquiry, and reports is accordingly withdrawn. I will further direct that those words complained about said by the minority leader and complained about by the minority leader is accordingly ordered to be expunged from the record as if it does not exist.
Gomoa Central Mashebedwani Honorable Kwame Asariobi aka Plus na wode ato dwase Gomoa Central on sa wo ba wa wo mo enwom amamre ne amane bi ma wo danso wo enwom ne adwinie ekwan eso ne sa enti wada Gomoa Easter carnival edema omanfo no
Senior Beya afi Easter a fashion ebedimu ye ema amanfo a ewo Gomoa Central eti na omumra Shebedwani onimonyamfo Kwame Asare Obin edi ankrofo edinim no ye A+ wadan Gomoa Easter carnival a fashion no edi no mudi se adwumadi nyina senior Beya ombepo Ghana hu dewro edi akre amanhodo osofo say enode ne nsem etudwa.
On day 1 we will begin with a welcome night, a relaxed bonfire night at the Crown Forest Hotel. On day 2, which is Friday, we will take you to Ekwamkrum Jukwa for the official opening of the ceremony, after which vendors will begin operating across the festival grounds. Later in the evening, the much anticipated classic and high life night will take place at the Ekwamkrum Community Park. The celebration will continue into a grand durbar of chiefs, with chiefs arriving in palanquins accompanied by traditional drumming and dancing, which will be followed by Jama groups from Konti, from the Vandals, from the Katangis, and many other universities. The day ends with a high-energy street anthem and concert featuring Sarkodie, Kofi Kinata, Ochiame Kwame, and Bisakede. As we officially launch the Gomoa Easter Carnival, let us commit to excellence, to unity, to investment, to opportunity, to transformation. Invest in Gomoa, visit Gomoa, believe in Gomoa. God bless Gomoa, God bless the Central Region, God bless Ghana, and I say to you, come and let us all meet at the center.
Minister for Tourism, Culture, Creative Arts, eye odimonyamfo Jifa Gomasi, enso edeka ho se asoye no ehwe se omobepoa na Black Star experience no etimi edimunti no se adwumadi se ne eboa emoman Ghana etimi agidin ewo wiase afane nyina se no no so de nsam etudwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must not look at this event as just entertainment. It must be strongly acknowledged that this is a strategic positioning of the Central Region as the heartbeat of Ghanaian culture and tourism. I am optimistic that this new tourism brand for Gomoa is a welcoming avenue to boost the local economy. To the good people of Gomoa and the Central region, I urge you to showcase your authentic selves. The world is not ready for photocopies. The world is ready for something that is uniquely Ghanaian. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts stands solidly behind the Gomoa Easter Festival. Through our Black Star Experience initiative, we will ensure that the light of Gomoa shines brighter than ever.
Medaswa ejina Gomoa Easter ho na emrashe bedwani onabo Kwame Asare obin AK plus ya na okasa en wo kasa otuhuwa of investors omo munsem ewobi na wo mai krado so mbebie enuma kase ne nketo ase emfimfi mantem be bia ne omo wazo ye papa enti wo mumra hoy.
Today is the beginning of a whole new movement. Today we are here to announce to Ghana, to Africa and to the world that Gomoa is ready to take its place on the global tourism map. Great nations have discovered something very powerful. And what they have discovered is that culture is not only heritage, it is a serious economic industry. Why can't we build such a huge cultural or festival in Ghana that will attract people from Africa, from Europe, from America, and from the diaspora? Why should the Central region not be one of West Africa's leading festival destinations? Look around us in the Central region. There are beautiful coastlines, fertile land, a growing population. We are perfectly positioned along the tourism corridor of the Central region, and that is where Gomoa Central is located. So investors, I speak to you directly. Everything that I've done before and after I became a member of Parliament is to drive investment into my constituency. We are going to ensure that in the next 3 years, we drive thousands, or if you like, millions of people into Gomoa Central. And whilst we do that, we will need to build more hotels, we need restaurants, we need convention centers, and we need event venues. Hospitality in Gomoa is not just a gamble, it is a strategic opportunity. Investors, this is your moment. You have to invest in Gomoa. You have to invest in agro-processing. You have to invest in rice mills. You have to invest in cassava processing factories. You have to invest in coconut oil production. You have to invest in packaging and cold storage facilities. This year, we are going to Gomoa to dance, to celebrate, but that is not the end game. Our aim is to drive industrialization alongside tourism into Gomoa.
Dria bro na wo edi dwuman e wo time mensin e wo bono mantam emuno wano dem wo kasa abiding hihye bia ba emwa ama ebrobo no so atifi wani enye ho kra.
Okopiem ewo ten district ekuafo ewo ho eye wonma omodo ebro na samre omani abreden denden trese sese na ebro wo abafom ma eka buburo na ebu omkomu kane no na nka omutimi ton ebro bag ba 1200 sese ebo na ti abafom ababedru 380 cedis a omohwa omunya mfasodie bia emfemfiri mu omo trese emfie mienu etwa mu ebo ne ba na eba fom ama omani nyina tutu aka omonsem se na omode omonsem etudwa
ahaye Badu time district. Ejuma ye won ha ne se aburu an ye do. Nti ya hye da ate edwa ye ton ye nema wo dwa nu. Ene ye de nema dwom a ye nya tofo. Ye ombeton so a. Klase amodi ma ye no enye. Ene wo hia adrobo a e wo soro. Kroma kwa by day e ye 70 cedis. Ti ye de nema ba ye nya obi ama ne nto. Nema no begu ho. Nti ye ya de se ne se ye sra ban. Omo ye se be ya yebenya tofo na omo abesa ne mo kwa ma yen ene hia yititiriu afi nso ye wo problems bebire e wo dwompa nyema no ye de ba ye nya ba bi mfa ngusuo to a na etogu so ama sesei nipa bebire ayo mo adwen se afi o wo mpa mo no bebire atagire se afi wei omo nche dan do bru because last year do ya boka afi wo nso ya san do ya san boka nti ye sa ban se wo meboa yen
ebe ye mfie mienu no ya nya hawo e wo ya dwuma yem aburo nto wo burokura na uhu baby ade bako akoton ene obi ba de open water no ɛna amene mo kɛsɛ kura no aburo no aburo badge no yɛ 3.8 ni wati kasika ɛne ni tutuo ɛyɛ 70 cedis ɛbɛka sɛn aburo yante ne bo so ɛna by then so ɛyɛ 70 cedis ansa na wasɛn ma pani no aduane sika enko wie no na odo aburo na wonya hwe ewom sesi a aburo egu ha nyina ya aburo a yɛte yɛ bottom sika de toye ebi to 5.3 ebi to 5.4 na aburo yɛte so amna bedu 3.8 tiye bi yɛ togu ho ne nyina ɛka ɛna aba yɛ pia kuro so yɛ tibi to kenke nkadokono ebi 5 cedis ebi 10 cedis but so yɛ aburo de tia ne yɛte so yɛ ntimi hu de ekoso nse de eba apafo ne atofo kura be ba ha kwa mi ewu se bedu so ye wa aburo atofo ne ma ye so de sisi ya se ya ade so de asa so ko fie ye ma so ko school ene ye to aduro enche bia na adosa be state ama ye nyina ya ba mabu because de ye do ye begu nyina ye nya ntoi esi de ne ye sa ko pa be si asa de akoshem am ya sa ko do foforo ti in fact ye sra ban se school fee di na wo ye no wo hia aburo de ama school for de won twa ni hwa bedu sasa bedu abura ope bia dia fini the whole Ghana wo ba bedu obenya aburo bi
empanyifo ne emabu na wo mo salma e wo elembele mensi wato e mantam emo e na wo mo de adesre eto aban anim se one Adamus Resources Limited adwumeko enkamom na wo mo hene na nakwame na bentum so wo mo fa ne enka ho e koba ne sa na betumi amana no adumu bi na clay anwia wo bebre no wo mo amakwan me yatu ekoba ne sa empetem ho no ombetumi enya sika
clay ya ewo ahia omo sisa omo de ko Triford ana say takrade a ono omo de floor house community mining eye abandada na etwam ekoye no e de adwuma bi ba say community mining nti ye je ha eye community mining but nhihye a na ye ne omo ye no na enkoso ye nti nam so ma ye stop omo nti if you cry to claim any guho na claim no enya de a sebe essay na eguo sa na sama community no atumi akabom ene abusua no na ya pe obi se o mesesa claim no emfa nko na yentumi nya percentage na yemfa nye impuntuo e wo saloma community no na yeguso ayesesa no season work last year papa no be start say o yes adwuma no ye mane kwan mane ye nhye ne ko ina odi so this season wasaba say obesesa claim no na obae no nhye ne kwan ni na no odi so oguso oye adwuma no na within the short time no na yeti say na nakwam na bentum odie ohene e wa ha say omunjai adwuma na omoye no ye hwehwem na kire say niam bi a opese nhye a community de mo no omo pese odan no no ode ko ono ne side nti eba ne sa no anam so ma samre woto safra adamo security for ne soldier for ne police for no ina mo tata papa na sebe saloma community no ene ne ayen hihye ya sebe sika omo tu kre no ede ko no na ebenya bi da development okro no e ma mo tata papa no nti asie bia no a ekoso na kire se adwuma na papa ne ye ama oman no ene abusua no na empese sa dwumadie no ebe koso ye besere se adwuma no mo ye no saloma eman no ye percentage wo papa na tuwa na mo nhihye bebre wo so ode aba waton chance 15 packets any friends ahwea ne ade a ye development or saloma community no na se ba ne se ye adwuma na ba ne se soldier fo aba police fo aba security fo aba no mo ha adwen sa na e ba ne sa na e ha adwen
obisa no ana obisa no kwampo a wa ma feedback papa bia Friso no o kana asem so no yo hene kido pre no e no baye sabe wo hene so bia no antwe manso ba de ho no ma kuroma ne hina no anya free and fair sa de ne yehunu bi e ba sanso a e mo kuroma no
Director Oda Neurosurgery Department ano ewo Berlin Siapon emo Professor Dr. Peter Vachkoze en wode to ankrankra wo mo omemu a wo mutinye no manya company se woni ba ho so se wo kompa entem so na ayaresa bia bia be wo no tiampanyifo na so na wo mpɛ ho asɛm enhwema
Peace and Love Hospital ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Odiom Kumase ɛwɔ Asante Mantema ɛna afei Germany aban ɛnam suampɔn kɛseɛ no wɔ Berlin ɔmo akamboma bɛyɛ na wɔtwe mienu ɛna ɔmo ɛde yɛ operation ahodoɔ na ne nyinaa ɛyɛ kɔmpɔ yareɛ ɛta esi amanfo eminimu a epia ebi ehu yie paa na no ɛna UTV nsɛm twerɛfoɔ ɛne Dr. Penyia ɔno firi Germany Berlin bepima Professor Dr. Peter Patriotism ɛtwetwe nkɔmɔ ɛna ɔkasa kɔmpɔ yareɛ no wohwɛ a Ghana ha ne ebibremfoɔ sɛ kɔmpɔ no ɛɛba yɛn kɔ ayaresabea yɛbɛtena ama kɔmpɔ no aba nti etude bi a afei nipa no akɔ pia ayaresabea no na kɔmpɔ no ayɛ kɛseɛ ɛba saa na ne kono akɔ akɔyɛ ɛko a emu ɛɛden.
I'm impressed in this what you did here, and especially also I'm impressed how Dr. Adai is advertising the early diagnosis and treatment of breast cancer, which I really adore. And the same has to be true also for other diseases, like for instance for goiters. If you treat them early, it's no problem. If they come very late, it's a technical problem and a challenge, of course.
Eno echi kwanchire for penny oda Peace and Love Hospitals ano ewo Ghana ha ene Breast Care International Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Yafiade efa akonya no so ede na sia eni nkabea ede ma Germany aban ene eye doctors mpanyimfo mu free Berlin ebe piemu a sa adwumadi ekoso
bi wo ho a enye goita nko a bi wo ho a eye ne broni friend lipoma eni eja ya mna hye baabi aye kese abroso enti na eye bibia ye feel say yenya obi a oye experience ano yenso yebetimi aboa na waboa ye manfo na nkrofo bebre enya omo ayaresa
ne krakra no womo a omo beye operation ni bi so ene UTV nsem twefo twetwe nkomo e ma omo kire mu sei
gidie ne de na ewum ne so na ano no nyase but me ba enso de se wonum si Jimmy Tumo no on my idea na ma me kwa bro me na ma adwene me ntiase so because na me nyini da se sade we betimi asi amono timi aye sade we ama the one ma se de nyame
ya de ba me chinye na ba somo ebu 15 years me chinye mon kasta no me chinye bu se so be do apel o mo so metumi aye o ma ya ma me aside ya media.
National Road Safety Commission wo enkran wo ne Ghana Police Service akabom ye encheche ni dwumadi ama driver for ene ahyenkafo a wo dwowulu se de be ya wo de akwantempon so mra ebe ye adwuma na ka nkwanhia ano atumi abafom.
You see the whole of Ghana no nipa ewu ye kwan so ewo road traffic crashes no kwan na 2949 na ye ba the whole Ghana motorcycle related fatalities and I say nkofo enam motor so mu free mu no more than 1300 more than 1300 now over Greater Accra so you see nipa 420 and na ewu ye kwan so enam road traffic crashes na say 420 no emu 223 and na eye motorcycle related crashes. Enti no ebia na moto rider na nkasa na film anasa wo de moto no abo obi ama na film and enti no which forms in Greater Accra no you say it forms about 53.81% of nipa ewu ewo Greater Accra no motorcycle related and enti na ye ni abre motorcycle education no ti betre obi bia moving forward no obetena moto so a you say wan hye bibia Accra no na wo crash helmet there na se nipa no dodo na enhu emfaso de ewo se some share helmet na National Road Safety Authority ye ne other stakeholders no ye be force omo through emra no ama ma hye se be ya omo nwu ana ye be bo omo ama matena ase
onwa eka moto no ye be ka so no ye hwe se obi a obetena moto so no ni o ka moto no ene ni o ti na chi no omo nyina ebe hye ni ye di hye ye nti na ye friend helmet no obia be hye bi ansa na watena moto no so sane ebe ya se BBC accident bisi anaso how bi ba ni osi akire na onkuta hwe mo no obefa ni tie didim
ye ba ye so ye share drivers pi aye no mo edi nkomo ya kire omo nyoma eye zebra crossing na no keka woni ade ese omo ye nti ese ye hye mu kana na yehu se
one omo mutimi survive with crashes no ya omo na omo share helmet na nse ne hu se pi en share helmet na onipa wa fa na hyi wechi kra no se ono so share helmet ye ba ye ya chi nkofu pi ya omo ntimi en share helmet na nipa not na chi ne so ebusu en share helmet ya den ya dedicate omo nyina na ya chiwa ye be ka cho se wo de park na yen cho nyoma ye se wo ye you go pay helmet ni bi next time na wo na wa pay helmet no until next time there ye ba a very big one where anybody who is not having anyone crowd we need to crowd with chia and no yeah found home chokra.
Deputy Director of Operations Emma United Party Amanyokuo eye efia kwanchoa na wo de ato aban anim se daden de ebekọ si ekotu sika kokọ anase diamond anade keka ho na ye na mu aban miemfa emra kwan so ne hihye mapa enwu akwan so a enu betumi aboa ama yenye sika wo mse oman esen de enei galamse age aboso
sa information na omo de baye fighting galamse if you don't punish somebody na answer be as a deterrent to somebody it will still go on. You will report wo. Aban we so buy e dey na omo ya fa report no. Omo chi obi ana omo chi obi. Eno so ya another factor. Eti na me sure aban we say sa fight we no. Me say we ye the gold ni ye betu. But they should lay a fundamental foundation. A strong foundation in the sense that sa aban fufu ba UP ye ba. Ye to me say na ye beto aso. Na ye nsan ye chi. And one reason why we support this abide in sometimes so that they will do the right thing. So I'm here right thing. I mean, I'm saying Ghana for there. Sometimes we don't vote based on development. One for the year. It's omoya they are omobeko UP beba. So that the omo yaba yemre. It's omo making sure say galamsey fight. It will not be only on paper and on comedy say ya chiwe ya yes say there be. That responsible mining na yes omo de ba yen sense you yen sense because China omo to gold and so omo sense you omo sense US omo to gold Australia omo to gold omo sure say omo kwa issue no any omo no man omo de tourist site na then na ye de yen to me practice bi na mom ye ma China ni awa etu na area ya farmer na start say be store na fa ton galamsey ho no ma na so mu miste wan say ba no mu adwane ye be sra bai say all fighting inflation no ma ye for no all responsible mining no emra so that sika be system no mo
adisia womo do che krom anani krom ose usu krom na yaruguma krom ni nyina ewo esutifi not mensin ewo afomantem wano dem de woka nyina nse wayo ye kire dia na wo sorietia Newmont Ghana Limited se empatasi kafia wa ben eni yetua ma wo ma ebe wia ha na hia na emma wakaso ni ji ho a na wo moboa
imoto wo masisi ya pa ya dum akọ EPA say mo ma 200 cedis a day Monso masa mobile maba fe chire asa ko ipi o ko mai se 9 cities na obana o ko school claro se no obedie o ko school a woman say e be wan ka say wudi say wudi di say any month obuye kwase empresa she say oba 2 years or 2 years what year is say what year wie afele dia bar say waje je kwa chika wadi amaye dia to say amaye didi sika ni yankwa woko ka che so oba ma di pa ba ofie ba ko bia 10 city tu so ampata oba e wo hono na sukuu kura wa kwa na pa woman 20 city one day
ye ni ebre pa wo ba ba je yesase ti asika ma ya no wo pese wo sisi ye nti die nti a ye ba ha na mete ni moto wo o man ti asika na ma ya ye beda ha ye beta wa no ye beda ha wo ha ye kunu mu yina wo be frigi ma ba ye yina ye beda ha ni monto fo mpeso mu kiye se ye wonu mu chase tutuka yalo gruma ane atonsu wonu mo chese wasa se so de ane nyina asai ansuo ye nyansuo nsupanom omo nya ya mo se omo be nsuo omo de be nsuo nya enti ye ne ani nsuo enom ne de ye ni sika to nsuo ne de wa ne ye wu da wa bre to ma wi ko mo die mo ma wan so nansi no mo te pa ba bu aboa enye de pra o mo die some, the young papa, I'm not the other papa, I'm not the other. 90 years, I'm going to talk about it. But they are not I'm you over this country. I'm not money, everybody do was a beast here. Come as a nice city. Nice city is scheduled and people beings here. And I'm not seeing them about what you say.
Wo shaka say live United Television so your ship house Abeka Junction and cry Yanton kra ye ba bongo difara agopamaso ense
Prem to break us ye boy eye Eco Bank Adaroma and waso yasne ama ye de bro